Greetings, I'm Mar, and once again this is my opinion. Dracula has been synonymous with cinema since the Golden Era. Since Lugosi wowed audiences with his charming yet menacing stare, dozens upon dozens of films have graced the silver screen. Many were B-grade, but several became classics. Released in 1992, Bram Stoker's Dracula is one. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola and starring Gary Oldman as the titular Count. It is my favorite adaptation of Bram Stoker's novel. While it does embellish Dracula's origin and adds a romantic subplot between the Count and Mina Harker, in most other regards it is extremely faithful to the source material. While it might surprise you all considering I grew up on horror films, I didn't watch this film until the 2000s. Not for lack of trying on my part. One time I attempted to watch when the film was on TV in the late 90s. I changed the channel once Renfield appeared, and considering the time elapsed, I can't remember why. Perhaps my young mind just wasn't drawn into such a gothic film. Several years passed, and the film received a special edition DVD release, which I bought. On home video, I was finally able to appreciate the film, from its acting and costume design to its magnificent special effects, all done practically and in camera. Modern Hollywood could learn from this film, and the featurettes show how. This year, the Frida Cinema hosted a Coppola month, showing many of the Italian filmmaker's best works. The Godfather, The Outsiders, and Apocalypse Now were all on display. While many would make interesting theater experiences, Dracula is the one I knew I had to see. I purchased my ticket and waited for that Saturday night. I wasn't disappointed. While I appreciated it before, I hold the film in higher regard now. Every element of mise-en-scène jumped out at me, making this viewing a feast for the eyes and ears. The Oscars it won for Best Costume Design, Sound Effects Editing, and Makeup, in addition to a nomination for set design, were warranted, although I question how it failed to garner a nomination for visual effects. Once again, the Academy fails. If one wants a textbook example of how to mix all the elements of film together effectively, this is that example. Just play the moment where Dracula laughs evilly to see. While it is true that a great film can be watched everywhere, viewing it in the theater with fellow fans adds something to the experience. The house was packed, and the audience fully engaged. I don't recall hearing any chit-chat in the rows near my seat, although I could have been too engaged in the film to notice. Sadly, the one moment where I was expecting a laugh didn't draw one. It's the moment where Jonathan first sees Dracula in Britain. My God, the man! He's grown young! Boy, has Keanu's delivery of that line not aged well. At least it's good for unintended levity before the storm. Stoker's Dracula was an excellent theater experience. If you're a fan like me and the chance to see it on the big screen occurs, see it. Like me, your appreciation will grow. If you're not a fan, still see it, if for no other reason to appreciate the technical elements. If you've never seen the film, I can't think of a better introduction to the world of Coppola's Dracula. As the Count once said, "Enter of your own free will, and leave some of the happiness you bring." Come into